Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Juan the Yarn Addict and I'm bringing you yet another stitch tutorial. This particular tutorial, this stitch here, is called the Filet Squares Stitch. It works up in multiples of 12, plus 1, plus 2, and it is a 6-row repeat. It starts off with 3 rows of double crochet venturing off into windows, and then the second set of 3 is windows venturing off into double crochets. Working in alternate patterns like this creates a checkered effect, is what you see here. And it's a great beginning into getting into the world of filet crochet. You get an opportunity to work into negative spaces such as this to create your spots and your shapes and your patterns and things like that. It's super easy to work up. Again, it's double crochet. It works up very quickly. This particular yarn that I used is Loops and Threads Soft Classic. It is a medium 4-weight yarn and the colorway is mustard. For today's tutorial, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and use a medium 4-weight yarn. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my friends, so I am using a medium 4-weight yarn. The colorway is off-white. And the crochet hook that I'm using here is a 6mm crochet hook, otherwise known as US letter J. Okay, so to begin, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine so long as the end result is this. Okay, now as I mentioned, this is a pattern that works up into multiples of 12. And so let's just concentrate on that. For this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and chain 24. And what I'm going to do is chain this, but I'm going to pause and I will return once I have 24 chains, okay? Okay, friends, so I have 24 chains here. And so as I mentioned, once you have your multiples of 12, you have to chain 1 and then chain 2 for the foundation row, okay? So again, just chain however many you need, just make sure it's multiples of 12, okay? Then chain 1 and then chain 2. So to begin, what we need to do is double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So where my thumb is, that is the 4th chain from the hook. We're going to go ahead and do a double crochet. Now this 3 chains here, that is considered a double crochet. Okay, so far we have 2, this one and this one. Now we need a total of 7 in a row. So we have 2, and we're going to keep going until we have 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's okay if it curls up like that, okay? So now what we need to do is create our windows. We need 3 windows. So to do that, we're going to chain 1 and skip 1. So chain 1, skip this one and go to this one with a double crochet. We're going to chain 1, skip 1, go to this one where my thumb is with a double crochet. So that's 2 windows. And then we're going to chain 1, come down here and skip this one and come to this one with a double crochet. So this particular double crochet is the beginning of the next 7. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is what we're looking like right now. We have a solid, a window, and a solid. So now we need to finish the row with the windows. Okay, so we're going to chain 1. We're going to come down here and skip this one and go to this one right here where my thumb is. Okay, so that's 1 window. Let's chain 1 and skip 1 and go to this chain right here where my thumb is. That's 2 windows. So as you can see, we have 2 chains left. We're going to chain 1 and go into that last chain down here with a double crochet. Okay, so that, my friends, is the very first row. Solid, window, solid, window. Okay, now we're going to need 2 more rows just like this. Okay, so when you end the row with windows and you're going to the next row, this is the pattern repeat here. When you're ending the row with windows and you have to chain and turn your work, you're always going to chain 4 and not 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to turn your work. Okay? Once you turn your work and you're at the windows, you're going to go right into this standalone stitch right here. This chain 3 and then the extra chain, so chain 4, is the double crochet plus the chain 1. Okay? So you're going to yarn over and go right into the standalone stitch and create a double crochet just like that. Okay? Again, these chains make up the double crochet and the chain 1, just like down here. Okay? So from here we're going to chain 1 and go into the next standalone stitch with a double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to go into this next stitch right here. So now we're in the solid section. So this is 1 double crochet of 7 total for this run here. Okay, so that's 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just like that. Okay? So now we're at the windows. We're literally going to copy what we see here. So we're going to chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So let's do that. Chain 1, double crochet into the standalone, chain 1, double crochet into the standalone, chain 1, and then double crochet in this very first stitch here. And we're going to finish the row with 6 more double crochets because we have this one right here. Now remember, we started this row with a chain 3. So once we get into this this stitch right here, we'll still have to do 1 more in that chain space. So let's go back here. We have 1 double crochet. Okay, and we need a total of 7. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then, as I mentioned, we need to go into the chain there. If you turn this over, you'll see the V. See it? That's where you need to insert your hook for that last double crochet, but I'm coming in from behind here. Let's make sure we grab 2. So 2 loops of that chain there. See that? We're going to do a double crochet just like that. Okay? So that's 2 rows. And now we have 1 more row of this. Okay? So since we're ending on a solid, friends, we just chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that counts as a double crochet. We're going to turn our work, and we're not going to go into this stitch right here because that's literally what that is right here. We're going to go into the second stitch because we are on the second double crochet. See that? So we're going to go ahead and give this 5 more double crochets. The 5 stitches in between my thumbs, they're all going to get double crochets. Just like this. And if I'm going too fast, my friends, just go ahead and hit the gear button. You can slow me down if you'd like. So there is the 7 double crochets. Again, this chain 3 counts as 1, okay? So we're going to chain 1 and go into the standalone. We're literally just going to copy what's here. So chain 1, go into the standalone with a double crochet, chain 1, standalone, double crochet, chain 1, and then now we're going to do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 double crochets right there. Now we're going to finish the row in windows, okay? So we're going to chain 1, we're going to double crochet in the standalone, we're going to chain 1, double crochet in the standalone, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go ahead and insert a double crochet in the 3rd chain up. So 1, 2, and 3, right there. And you're counting 3 up from the bottom here. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So that's literally what that looks like. Now, some people I've seen, instead of going in the chain, you can also do this just to make it easier for you. Just literally go like this. My only issue with that is the stitches can tend to slide. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's completely up to you how you want to do that. Okay? For now, I'll just leave it like that. But if you want to put it inside of a chain, you're just going to count 3 up. Okay? So, we're converting over. We're not copying this anymore. We did 3 rows of the same. And now what we're going to do is we're going to switch from windows to a solid. Okay? So when we do that, and it's time to change over, what we're going to do is chain 3. 1, 2, 3. See, we're not chaining 4 like we did before. We're going to just chain 3 because we're turning it over into a solid. So we're going to turn this over, and we're not going to go into this particular stitch because this is counting as a double crochet. So we're going to go into the chain space, double crochet. So now we have 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Go into the standalone, that's 3. Go into the chain space, double crochet, that's 4. Double crochet into the standalone, that's 5. Go into the chain space, that's 6. And then double crochet into this next stitch right here. And we now have the 7 that we need. Okay? So now that we have the 7, we're going to go ahead and do windows. We need 3 total windows. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip. Double crochet right into that stitch right there. We're going to chain 1, come down here and skip. Use your finger as a guide. Double crochet right into that stitch. So that's 2 windows. Chain 1, come down here and skip. Thumb is a guide, just like that. Double crochet. Okay, so 3 windows. And now we're going to go ahead and cover up these windows with a solid. So that's 1 stitch. We need a total of 7 to get us across the windows here. So that's 1. And then we're going to go into the chain space. That's 2. Go into the standalone with a double crochet. That's 3. Go into the windows. That's 4. Go into the standalone. That's 5. Go into the chain space. That's 6. And then go into that first stitch right here. That's 7. There we go. Looks good so far, guys. Okay, so now we're going to end the row in windows. We need 3 windows, like everywhere else. So we're going to chain 1, come down here and skip 1, put our thumb there as a guide, yarn over, go into that stitch, double crochet, chain 1, come down here and skip, double crochet. We have 2 windows now. We're going to chain 1, come down here and skip. You can go into the 3rd chain from the bottom, or you can just go into the chain space and double crochet. It's literally up to you. Okay? I actually like going into the chain. So that's the head of the stitch. You don't want to go into that. You want to go into the next stitch right after that. Just like that. Okay? And from here, you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to turn your work, and you're going to do a double crochet right into that standalone stitch right here. So that's stitch there, and so we're going to chain 1 and go into the standalone with another double crochet, just like that. Chain 1, go into the stitch here, and we're literally just copying what's already here. So we're going to do 7 double crochets just like down here. We already have one, so let's do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have a total of 7 double crochets. And now we're going to do some windows. So we're going to chain 1, go right into the standalone. We're literally copying the previous row. Chain 1, go into the standalone, double crochet, just like that. Chain 1, and now we're going to do 7 double crochets along the end here. Now mind you, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 actual double crochets. The 7th one is going to come out of the chain space right there. Okay? So let's go ahead and take care of that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now, as I said, the 7th one, you're not going to go here, you're going to go into the very next chain space after that stitch, which is right there. Right in there. Perfect. Okay. And so now we are 5 rows in of a 6-row repeat, my friends. We have 1 more row to go to complete the repeat. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and chain 3. So that's 3 right there. We're going to turn our work. And as I said before, we're not going to go into this stitch because the chain 3 is actually part of that stitch, okay? We're going to go into the second one here. Yarn over, do your double crochet. So we have 2 stitches now. We're going to continue going down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more double crochets to finish your solid section. Okay, so now we're at the windows. We're going to chain 1, double crochet into the standalone, chain 1, double crochet in the standalone, chain 1, and double crochet. So there we have it. Okay, so now we're going to do a total of 7 double crochets. We've already done 1, so 6 more. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's just verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6. Okay, and we have 1 more for 7. All right, and now we're going to end in windows. So we're going to chain 1, double crochet in the standalone, chain 1, double crochet in the standalone, chain 1, and then we're going to go count 3 up, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to go right into that stitch. Double crochet. Okay. So that's what this is looking like, my friends. Okay, as you work it, it starts to take shape. Again, this is just a little example. This is the 6-row repeat here. Technically, that's exactly what the fillet square stitch encompasses. It's multiples of 12. That right there is 12 stitches. This right here is the fillet square stitch. Okay, I just did 2. All right, and so let's bring back the original swatch, which is this right here, and let me back up the camera. So when you do a lot of them, my friends, it looks super nice. So nice. Okay, so I mean, you can use 4-weight yarn, 3-weight, whatever weight you'd like. As long as you follow the pattern, it's going to come out beautiful. Okay, so that is all I have for this tutorial, my friends. If you enjoyed this, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then of course hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. It's been a pleasure showing you this stitch tutorial, and I hope you come back for many more to come. Until the next one, guys, take care. Bye-bye.